Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are heading over to UE Library. Now on, I don't have any lectures on a Wednesday, so I get to stay at home and do work instead and not waste petrol having to drive from place to place, which is great. To be honest with you, I wanted to have, like before I started this year, I wanted to have a couple of days where I didn't have anything so I could stay in Bristol and save petrol money. Because this year, unlike all other years, it's obviously costing me money on a daily basis to go to university. It's not like I'd bought a bus pass a long time ago for cheap, for about £100, and then be able to use it all term no matter what. So like, it's not costing me, like, it's not like crippling, and a combination of like the rent I pay here and my commutation fee monthly is less than the monthly rent of like Beth and Ben. It's actually cheaper, minus insurance and all of that other stuff, to run a car from Bristol to Bath than it is to live in Bath, or to live in a flat like Beth and Ben's in Bath. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be in Bristol every Wednesday from now on, which is good for me because I save petrol. Not brilliant good for me because we don't have internet at home yet, so I can't actually work at home. I've got to walk to the library. I'm running late today as well. I woke up at 20 to 6. I wake up, my alarm goes off at 10 to 6. Woke up at 20 to 6. Tried to go back to sleep and then woke up at 6:30, and Laura said that I just systematically snoozed my alarm every 5 minutes. So that's not good. And also she didn't wake me up, she just got up and had a shower. So I'm running late, I'm running behind time, but it doesn't matter because I've got no time constraints today. So otherwise I just started getting ready with Laura. I did the washing up and stuff this morning because I don't need to leave at 7, so that I'm not in a rush. And then I left with Laura, waited with her for her bus with her, and then now I'm off to the library right now. Today I am aiming to finish the programming for my parallel programming coursework. So that's what I'm doing. I need an internet connection for it, because I need to be able to connect to the university servers to run the code on, the university cluster. So that's cool. That's why I'm going to the library and not just like chilling at home. Last night I actually did quite a bit of my literature review, just like sat at the desk, sat at the table with my Surface. I don't really need an internet connection to do my literature review, although there's areas where I'll be like, oh, let's find a citation for this. I know it's true. I know that what I'm saying here is fact, but I just need a reference to, because otherwise someone will be like, oh, you got no evidence for this. So, I can do things like that at home, but my two closest deadlines are the 23rd and the 20th. The 23rd is the parallel, 20th is the literature review. I want to get parallel out of the way, which is why I'm trying to devote like the entirety of today, the time I spend today at the library is being devoted to parallel. So I can get the code out of the way and then I can just focus on doing the analysis at another time, say when I'm on campus in the morning on a Monday or something, and then I can focus like wholeheartedly on the literature review, which is going to be a long review, I think. I'm doing, like, it just feels like I'm just adding more and more and more and more and more to it. I feel like it's going to be too long, but there is no word limit, so okay. May as well put it all in. Otherwise, yeah, that's my focus for today. I'm going to be heading back for lunch. I'm expecting a delivery today. My new pair of shoes are coming, which won't have a silver bit at the front where it's been just ruined, like scuffed on stuff and stuff. Those of you that are unaware of my shoe tactics, what I essentially do is I wear odd Converse during the summer, and then during the winter months I wear black shoes because black shoes don't let in water. Problem is when they got a hole in the front they do. So every year I rebuy the same shoes from Office. They're great, just black pointy shoes from Office, and they look smart and they don't let in water, and I just ruin them every year. Ruin them. I've already had these resold, and it's now got to the point where these can't be fixed, so go buy some new ones. I do definitely recommend it, and I do feel smart in black shoes as well, and on Converse to be fair, but most people don't share that opinion with me. So yeah, I don't really have much else to add. I'm planning on staying in the library until like 1:30, then I will come back for lunch. Also, I think I need to get the pork chops out for tonight's dinner because unless Laura did it without me noticing, we haven't got them out yet. So yeah, I'm trying to make the most of the time that I'm spending here as much as possible, obviously, because why not? Cool. Still got my normal spot in the library. Oh yeah. No one else is here yet. Well, upstairs anyway. Most people are downstairs. But this is the best spot because no one can come behind me, because this is like the back of the library lot. And these desks are deeper than those desks over there. So it's great. It's 2 o'clock and I'm heading back for lunch. I'm considering whether or not I should actively go back again, to be honest with you, because like by the time I've eaten it's going to be like 3, and then yeah, I guess I probably will go back. But I've had kind of an irritating morning where I've been trying to my friend been trying to implement my Parallel C code, and I can't test it on my local machine before putting it on the cluster to test, and like the pipeline is so bloody long, so I've been going through actively installing GCC. Like, I never installed it, I just kind of used the Visual Studio one. Problem with Visual Studio 1 is it doesn't support POSIX. Hey, so I'm going through and installing GCC and all that kind of stuff, but it's taking so long because I don't have space for it on the hard drive. It's just taking me a decade, so I'm putting it on the SD card. I was going to put it on the SSD, but I'm putting it on the SD card because in theory it's just a compiler. Like, I don't really care how long it takes to compile. It's not going to take me half an hour to compile it if it's on a slower drive, is it? So the problem is it takes a long time to export it. Oh, hello. It takes a long time to to put it into a zip file, to tear out the zip file, to copy this over, copy that over. It takes a decade. So it's one of them things where I'm feeling the pain for not having a large enough hard drive on my Surface, but I'm in the last 6 gig of the hard drive on this, and I've got all of Google Drive is on my SD card. I've got LaTeX on my SD card and now a C compiler on it, and I've got on my SSD, I've got all my video stuff. On my SSD I want stuff that I don't use very often. But on the main hard drive I want things that I use like nearly all the time, like things like Visual Studio, programs, all that kind of stuff. Some programs that I don't use very often at all are on the SSD. Things like video editors. I haven't even used it yet, but it's on there. So it's going to be slower than on the main hard drive, but it's like, it would be ridiculous to run that on an SD card. And then I have other things like on the SD card, which are things that I need all the time, but it doesn't matter if they're slower. I'd rather it be a little bit slower than have to plug in an SSD. So yeah, the C compiler falls into that category, especially considering that after December, or after my January exams, I'm not going to want a C compiler on this, so I can literally just fucking bin the SD card if I really want to. So yeah. But since I've been installing stuff like that, I've been jumping between tasks. I've been doing my lit review, just like churning through stuff on there. Really, it's just irritating because I got to the point where I've done quite a few changes of my other stuff. Squirrel. Quite a few changes for my program, but like I tested it on the cluster, and then I'm like, I'm not going to sit and do this kind of debugging on the cluster because it's going to take me forever. So I started installing all that kind of stuff and started doing my review on the side. Now I'm heading back, gonna watch TV. I'm heading back with my Surface in my hand because it's still copying stuff there. So I'm going to read this paper, which is something that I've cited in a presentation I'm doing tomorrow, and I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to read it, make sure that if someone asks me a question on it, I know what I'm doing. And since I've got my Surface out, because I don't really want it to go to sleep while it's copying stuff, I'm not sure what effect that'll have. I'll keep it on and make use of it. I'm also a bit weighed down because my keyboard means my water bottle won't fit in my bag. So, feel sorry for me, is what I'm saying. Progress! We're now compiling my new compiler. Wait! I assume all this text means it's doing good things. I can't see what I would deem a stack trace, so it seems alright, maybe. Shall I go and do some of my report, shall I? Because I don't know how long this is going to take. It's currently 3:30. I've just had to call two companies as well. So I don't really see much point in heading to the library for an hour. By the time I've walked there, it'll be 4. Well, it's an hour and a half. But like the things I'm doing, my report and in theory this, if this works exactly like the big computer, then I don't need an internet connection for it. But I'm not going to be able to get this finished. I got one to do today, which is irritating. But I'm thinking of just setting up shop in my office and being comfortable instead of heading to the library and having internet. I mean, I've got internet because I'm borrowing next doors, but it's only really, really bloody slow. And really drops out like all the time as well. But I mean, like what I'm doing, like developing, now I can compile it and test it on my machine using the same stuff that the other machine's using. In theory, I don't have to put it onto the computer. In theory, I'm just trying to just don't do that yet, because I always put the latch on and then Laura comes back and then can't get in, and I always feel bad. She always looks at me with that like sad, pissed off look as she's looking through the gap, and I'm like, sorry. But yeah, is it worth heading over back to the library? I don't know. I could always just leave this running in my hand again, or let it go to like lock it so it can carry on working. But if I lock it, then it might go to sleep. I don't want it to stop, I want it to carry on. I don't know how long it'll take. What do I need to do? I need to do my... yeah, let's go back to the library. Because it is a walk, I've got to finish my tea now. Fucking idiot. It's because it's quite a walk, and like I said, I don't want this to stop. Well, I can just carry it over there, so I'm just going to do that. I think I just have to carry it. I'm not going to bother taking my keyboard and mouse though this time, because I can just use the Surface's keyboard. It doesn't bother me. Come on, Mr. Keyboard. Let's put you back into here. So yeah, I'm going to head on back to the library then once I finish my tea, which I believe should be drinking. No, it still steams my glasses, so not quite drinking. Well, what am I talking about? What do you prefer, being slightly more comfortable and having a bigger screen to work on, or being in an environment where you're forced to focus and having faster internet? Why have you stopped moving? Yeah, working again, ladies and gentlemen. The amount of time this has taken is now beyond a bloody joke. So, I've been in the library, I've just been doing my report. Reports are fun, aren't they? What's funny though is because it's all in LaTeX, I've got no idea like how many words and stuff it is. I've no idea how many, I don't even know how long it is, because the thing, all of my LaTeX stuff is installed on my SD card, and that's what this is on, so I don't want to slow it down anymore. But yes, I've been doing that, and then this is just churning away in the background. But like, this is so slow. What it's doing is it's compiling the C compiler onto my SD card, and the reason it's so slow is because the SD card is so slow. Like compared to a normal hard drive, an SD card is ridiculously slow, especially compared to the SSD inside this. But I don't want to have to always be tethered to my portable SSD to do C code. So this is what I've got to do. Like, it doesn't need an internet connection. It just means it can't go to sleep until it's finished. And it's taken a long time. It's taken... Well, how long has this taken? Like, it's taken over an hour now. We must be getting towards 2 hours it's taken to do this. Hopefully it's not this slow when it's just fucking compiling my tiny little programs. I so wish this had a bigger hard drive. I really, really do. But that's life. Also, I uploaded today a photo to go with my Curry's stuff. I uploaded, they sent me a little challenge saying like, take a deskie, which is a selfie but for a desk, and post it to social media, and I'm like, okay, lol. So I did that. I'm supposed to write a review for them, like I say, this week, but I can't see me having time for that, unfortunately. Unless I do it like completely recreationally during TV stuff where I'm watching. In fact, I might have a go at writing something up this evening, because this evening I'm watching The Apprentice and Peep Show, because I fucking love those two shows. But yeah, I'm heading back now to go and have dinner with lovely Laura. I haven't got that in a long time. And then I'll probably do some work for an hour, wait for The Apprentice, and then watch The Apprentice and stuff. And it's windy, I'm sorry. I know I should get something to stop the wind noise. Christ, it's dark. It's me just blazingly walking around with a fucking huge ass well, not huge, but basically a laptop, or what looks like a huge iPad to people. Well, actually the iPad Pro is this size, isn't it, more or less? Is it a bit wider? Ridiculous. Strong opinions on things like the iPad Pro and the Surface Book in particular, but man. Right, I'm going to put this in my bag. Try not to send it to sea by mistake. Yes, that's the advantage of having the advantage of having a Surface Pro is that you have a full-size laptop, a full powerful laptop in something the size and shape of a tablet. Well, slightly bigger than the size and shape of a tablet. The problem with the iPad Pro is it's a tablet the size of a laptop, which is stupid. And the problem with the Surface Book is it's a laptop which isn't very good. Like, it's a laptop that makes terrible design decisions because you can turn it into a tablet. No one wants to do that. Like, genuinely, if you said, hey Jamie, do you want the Surface Book or the Surface Pro 4 or Surface Pro 3? I'd have my Surface Pro 3 over the new Surface Book. Because I don't understand why people would want a laptop that you can take the screen off of or fold the screen over. Don't understand. Because Windows is bad at being being a tablet. Let's be honest. It's bad at being a tablet. What it's good at is being a laptop. So make a laptop that's a laptop, and then make a tablet that's a laptop, basically. Don't do any of this in-between bullshit. Don't make a tablet that's laptop-sized but make it run tablet software. That's ridiculous. Also, don't make something that's laptop-sized. Wait. Don't make something that's laptop-sized that's a tablet. But make something that's tablet-sized that can be a full laptop. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I much prefer the Surface Pro line to the Surface Book, because I just don't understand why you would ever take the screen off of a Surface Book, like ever. And because you're not going to take the screen off, you've got that terrible design where it doesn't close properly, which looks awkward and terrible. There's plenty of scenarios where you take the keyboard off of a Surface Pro, but I can't think why you would take the keyboard off of a Surface Book. Genuinely can't think why, so why bother? You may as well just have a laptop that looks good. Microsoft. Having said this, Microsoft, if you dare cancel the Surface Pro line when it comes around to buying my next Surface Pro, I'll kill you. And like a murder weapon, I will conceal you. That took 3 hours. Everything is sorted, ladies and gentlemen. Just finished watching The Apprentice and Peep Show, top quality, and my stuff finally installed, and it works. Oh, and it's so much better than my previous solution to the problem. So that's good. I also did a little bit of my report, a little bit of fine tuning and stuff, but to be honest with you, I just kind of like, I've had enough for the day. So, well, watch TV and just chill out. I'm going to end this video and stuff. Tomorrow is a super busy day. Well, same busy as normal busy, but plus a presentation in the middle of it, so that's fun. But yeah, so a Thursday shift, let's say. I've got 2 lectures, a small gap, presentation, a 2-hour gap, lunch, 2-hour gap, then 2-hour-long lecture, hour-long lecture, hour-long lecture, home. Fun. Thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you later.